Alright guys, so this week we're going to be making scones. As you remembered from last week, if you watched the video, I said I was going to make scones this week. It's one of my favorite things to make. They're not super sweet. They're like very similar to biscuits, but imagine like a sweet flavored biscuit with good stuff inside. But yeah, let's just hop right into it. So you're going to put your oven at 425 degrees. They're going to go in there for They're going to go in your oven for 15 minutes, but so I'm going to have my recipe right here in front of me. So first we're going to mix together our flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. We have 2 cups of flour, 1/3 cup of sugar, a tablespoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now we are going to grate a 1/2 cup of cold butter. Just stick it in your freezer for about 15 minutes. You could put this in a food processor, but it works a little bit better if you do it by hand. Try not to get it to clump up too much. It does like to stick together, obviously. I usually just end up, I have water on my arm, making sure we don't have any clumps. Just chop it around. Now we can add in our 1 egg. And our cream and any extract that we want. We have a cup of heavy whipping cream. And I am going to do a 1/2 tablespoon of almond extract because I love it. And so does my husband. I believe I said that in 2 videos ago when I did the cupcakes. So then we're going to stir it together, but you don't want to over stir it. Just trying to break my egg right now. Gonna get my surface ready because my hands are gonna get messy. So I just have a little mat that I like to use to roll out dough and things like that. I'm gonna sprinkle a little flour on it, and also make sure I have a little bit on the side for my cutter. I'm not really sure what you call that. All right, so for this recipe, just like with the cookie dough, you can get as creative as you want. I'm gonna kind of have to do it off to the side here because I have my other surface ready. But we are going to add in, I'm gonna do Heath bits. They're like little toffee bits. I'll show you. They smell really good. Just gonna use the rest of that. I was gonna do something that I like cranberry and orange, but My husband doesn't love it. And then we're gonna do some butterscotch chips, which look like butterscotch chips. And I'm going to add dark chocolate chips. Gonna form it into a circle. And I have a sheet with parchment paper, and I'm going to cut it into 4s first. And then half of every little pie slice. Alright, then we're gonna put these on our parchment paper. They are gonna spread, so keep that in mind when you put them on here. Alright, so the last step is just taking some heavy cream. Doesn't really matter how much. This is honestly probably at least like 2 tablespoons. And you're gonna brush the top with a decent amount. Alright, so that's it. Here they are. Just been out of the oven for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. Two of them, I should say, had a little bit come over and get a little burnt. I am gonna kind of just taste a little piece of it because I'm about to eat dinner, but in video fashion. It has the crispiness like a biscuit and the sweetness of like a muffin. So delicious. I definitely put a lot of chips in it this time, but it's really, really good. That toffee does seep out and sometimes get burnt, but it honestly only happened to 2. Turned out really good. Have them displayed back there for the moment, but I will be putting them on my island. But yeah, that's it. It makes 8 scones. Really yummy. You could make a glaze. You can mix together, I believe it's milk and confectionery sugar, and I do that in like a little tiny blender and drizzle that on top, but most of the time I don't even do that because they're so sweet by themselves. Really delicious. I can definitely taste the almond extract. Really delicious. I feel like my husband doing that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you try this at home. I'm gonna have the recipe in. My camera died, so I just wanted to quickly say thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!